Everybody online says like you have to hustle, right? You got to post every day. You got to be everywhere. And since being online, I've been online since 2014. So I've done tons of things, right? I've done publishing. I've done, what else have I done? A lot of things, digital products, um, a lot of income streams that name now. I still do, but I do it my way. Like I do it in a quiet way. And you're going to hear me use those words a lot more here on my channel. I always talk about soft life business, quiet business. I've been really, really leaning more into that because that's who I am. That's the season that I am in. I am more into my family and creating a home, creating a space for my family. And I know, you got to make money, right? You got to make money. So if I'm going to make money, I might as well do the things that I like to do, that I'm good at. And I want more on this channel where I'm documenting that, where I'm sharing more of that instead of trying to make you do it too, if that makes sense. Like I, since I've been online, I've been known to be a teacher. So teaching and not just sharing, but teaching and being an expert in publishing for a long time, still is. I still to this day get tagged on Facebook when someone says they want to publish a book. So yeah, that I think that right there kind of never leaves you when you've been in that space for a long time. But now I'm at this point where I'm building longevity for my business. So I'm going to talk about that in this video, kind of like where I'm going with this channel, how I plan to monetize and all those great things. So let's get into it. Now what I'm doing, I am, of course, building income from home, more so being more in tune with my family, my faith, of course, and God and Jesus. And I've realized, I don't want the noisy money. And when I say noisy money, that means, being this big influencer. And there's nothing wrong with these things. Please know there's nothing wrong with. I have great influencer friends. I have friends that do those things. No, it's just not for me. Like, you got to know what you want. Okay. When you know what you want, then everything that you want will, I believe, comes to you. And then it also repels what you don't. So I'm not into building this massive business. I built a publishing business, 6-figure publishing business, made a lot of money doing that. Even though I made a lot of money, yeah, it was a lot, to do that. I no longer want to do that. When I say noisy money, like that's what I mean. Having to build this big, massive company, having to, show up and be everywhere, trying to be everything for everybody. Like I've done those things. Okay. So again, when you lean into what you want, you tend to, okay, yeah, this is what I want. This feels good, right? So now how I build my business, the quiet, the soft way is, first of all, I had to shift my mindset that this is longevity. So this is not like the quick money that you're used to making, the $1,000 months down, the $1,000 months and $5,000 months. Those things are coming, but it's going to take a longer time for me to be able to do that. And I had to have that realization that that's just what it is, right? I think for me, when it came to my mindset, I had to be okay with that, right? I had to be okay that that's what it is. So taking advantage of, first of all, writing my short books, getting back into that because I had put that to the back burner for a while. Leveraging, like Amazon KDP and, because you can definitely make money doing that, but that's not fast money, right? It's not a get rich quick type of thing. It's like sometimes YouTubers are saying. It's not. It's not. Going back to writing my blogs, And of course, in my blogs, you can put your affiliate links and things like that. So I understand that. Um, what else? Of course, my YouTube channel will always take precedence. This is where I want to document more about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. And the goal is to be an inspiration. The goal is to be that I want women, when they look at me, to say, you know what? She doing that thing. It might be something that I would want to do too, or give you that motivation to want to do it too. So I had to sit and think about, like, what is Sharlrita wanting to do? How does she want to make money? And all sorts of ways. But I'm really choosing quiet income. Like, I'm really choosing behind the scenes type income. I'm talking, being a not being an Amazon influencer, but really diving into making videos for Amazon. Like, that's some quiet good money, and there are so many examples of women doing this and driving traffic from Pinterest. Again, Pinterest is not a social media platform. It's a where people actually go and search for things. So diving into that. Uh, what else? Of course, my digital products, but not really trying to. Of course, I want to sell the digital products, but not trying to make that my whole channel. About digital products and all. No, I'm in this stage where I want to be what I talk about. I want to just show you and be the woman that I talk about, have been talking about here on my channel. I really want to showcase that more, share my journey. I believe we are in the space or the year of the journeypreneur. And what I mean is building a business around your life, building a business about where you are, who you are, building a business around you sharing your journey. Like, you can make money just sharing your journey. You can make money. Let's say you wanted to, set up a digital product business, right? You coming online and using these free online platforms to share that. That's the space that I'm in. Okay. That's the space that I really am in, and I'm really enjoying being in. I'm just being me, being Sharlrita. I'm just sharing what I'm doing, and maybe you want to do it too. Maybe you don't, or you just, you get the inspiration, or maybe you're like, wow, I didn't think you can make money like that. And it's happening to my passive income space, diving into digital real estate. I had a whole channel about digital real estate. We just got back from Miami from our first summit. I helped my husband put together his, first summit in Miami. And that was the joy. Like, those are the things I like to do. I love doing behind the scenes work, helping other people in that capacity, especially helping my husband in that capacity, putting on his event and things like that. And I like, making passive income. I like making my money work for me. I'm just in that space. Are you like, I can't be by myself? Like, tell me in the comments, like, where are you in your journey? Like, where are you seeing yourself when it comes to online and making money online? So I am really, just choosing quiet digital income. I'm using simple tools. My writing, I talked about that. Sharing what I'm learning. Letting my work compound slowly. No pressure to perform. I felt like over the years I was performing and not pretending to be an expert. Okay. I'm just doing me, and I'm just going to, you know, share. But when it comes to quiet money, it's still real money. Okay. It definitely respects your life. It's just that part where you're working behind the scenes. And I like that. I love it so much. So that's what I'm going to be talking about so much on this channel. I just want to kind of give you like my why behind kind of flipping things a little bit. I know for me it's a flip because I'm so used to teaching. And when you get in that space where you're teaching so much that you forget to you know, do for yourself. You know, like I said, I'm getting back into. Already started. I know I'm going to do another video around this, but get back into writing my books. You know, which I know makes income, right? And leveraging platforms like medium.com. Like you know, you can get paid to write on that platform. Like the platform will pay you, and of course it's based on the views that you get, the people that react to your articles and things like that. And I love Medium because it's so SEO friendly. Like I am really leaning more into these SEO platforms. So if you don't know what SEO means, is search engine optimization. Okay, search engine optimization. And I just believe we are just headed to that space where it's time to pick back up writing your blogs, especially for the writer. If you're a writer, this is your time. This is your time. I believe this is the season for writers. The season for people that, now of course, we're gonna leverage AI over here, right? We're gonna leverage it to help us to work faster. But it's not writing for us, but it's help us to write faster, to do things quicker. I'm learning to leverage those things, right? To leverage those things. So I'm just excited about 2026, going in, doing more videos like this, where of course I'm gonna be sharing my screen and all those things. Now, again, not from a teaching standpoint, but to show you, like even when I make mistakes, how I process things and how I'm able to make things shake, you know, and make things work. This way of how I'm building, like, feels like you. Just keep watching, you know, subscribe to the channel. You can connect with me at mysoftlibebiz.com. That's where I share my blog, my podcast. I share my books, you know, those things like that. You can get all of that there. And you know, I'm just looking forward to sharing more. I keep saying that word, but really that's what it is. Just sharing, being transparent. Letting you know where I am, you know, and what I'm doing, and how I'm now, as far as income wise. I know people like to know what people make and all those things. I think I'll reserve that for maybe opening back up my channel membership. I'm thinking about opening that back up, but I'll keep you posted to let you know if I decide to go that deep. I may, but you know, I'm here to have fun again in my business. Here to be the light, if that makes sense. You know, like be the light, be the person that you can get your motivation from. That's kind of like where I am. So yeah. All right, so that's all for today's video. Just me, just rambling. But again, let me know in the comments, like, where are you in your business? Are you, you know, online building a business? You know, how are you making income? We're in this space where you definitely want to leverage the internet to make money, and there's so many different ways that you can do this. I may do a deep dive, more video. I know I talked about the ways that I make income, but I can, you know, definitely do a separate video, breaking it down. Let me know if that will serve you, if that will help you. But it's out here, you know, it's plenty out here. It's so many ways to do this, and yeah, I just want to be the light to share what's possible, right? I want to share more what's possible while I'm basically building out loud. This is what you say. Okay, so go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and yeah, connect with me at mysoftlibebiz.com, and hope to see you in the next video, and we can chat it up. All right, talk to you soon, girl.